I'm gonna have you guys look at these. We're gonna go over this, okay? I'm gonna give you a little strategy for understanding what characters are going through, okay? Take a look at your book, and whenever you're done looking through at the characters, close your book so I know that you're ready. And we're gonna take a look up here. I do have to tell you what's happening in the story so I can get you to one part, but we're not gonna read the whole thing here right now. Okay, so Skylar's done, Jose's done, still looking, George is done. Are you reading? You're just looking at the characters. For now, we're just going to look at the characters because it's not about reading the book. You actually can read the book later if you'd like. And I can also put it on McGraw-Hill if you guys want to listen to it. Okay, so hold on to that. Can you close it up? All right, so the book is called Brick by Brick. I do have to tell you about the story to tell you what I want to tell you, okay? The story is about this boy. If you open up to the first page, where it has him at school, what does it look like he's doing there with that marker?
Writing on the wall.
Writing on the wall. What do we call that?
Huh?
Tagging, graffiti.
Graffiti.
Okay. So the story is he goes to school, he graffitis on the wall. If you turn the next page, who's that lady?
Huh? That's the principal?
It is the principal. What do you think happens to him when he graffitis and gets caught?
He gets in trouble.
He is in trouble. Okay, so that's the story. So if you look at the boy, go back to the front cover. He's working. Does he look happy?
No.
He's not happy. Okay. And the name of the book is Brick by Brick. So, hold on one second. So what he does, he tags on the wall. He gets caught. He has to go help at a community center. And then you see his story. How does he look like he's feeling on that page? Yeah, mad. If he's working with bricks after a long day, what do you think he's doing with his hands there?
Looking at him.
Like, why though? Why would he be
But
looking?
they're dirty.
They're dirty, but if they're carrying heavy bricks all day, how are they going to feel? Blisters, bruised, they're hurting. Okay? All right, so what we're going to talk about quickly, how many of you have heard the word empathy? Have you heard of that? Have you ever heard the word sympathy?
Yeah.
Sympathy you've heard? Okay, so empathy is just a little more than sympathy. So empathy is when you feel what somebody else feels. Okay, if you've ever seen somebody, I know it happens to me when I'm watching people skateboard and fall. Do you ever see those fail videos? It makes my whole body hurt. That's empathy. Yeah. Well, have you ever seen him fall?
And I fell in the,
Yeah. How did you feel when he fell? Yeah. So maybe you felt sad. Every time I see them crash, it really feels like, yeah, that's right. Because those videos, a lot of times, they break things. So that's what empathy is. It's when you see something or see somebody feeling bad, or good too. You can be happy for them, but you know, in this case, it's bad, where you feel bad for what they feel. Okay. So what we're looking at is empathy to understand. George, what do you want to say?
Like this boy got caught, and
Yeah.
his like parents made him to get grounded.
yeah, and go to their work.
Well, yeah. So he's busted. Okay. So the point here, though.
In my house.
All right, hold on. Let's hold the thought, just so we can get through this here, so you understand what I'm trying to tell you. So empathy is when you feel. We're reading books. One of the things I want you guys to do is to, while you read, try to have empathy for the characters in the story. No, we're not going to read that. We're just going to learn about how to do it first. All right, let's listen. Let me speak. Let's listen for a few moments. We'll do conversation at the end. So when you're looking to read a story and you need to try to understand it, one of the things that will help you understand the story better is when you have empathy for that character. So last year we read Shiloh. Remember we saw how Shiloh is a story about the boy who tries to save the dog from the bad guy, from Judd Travers. Can you sit up, crisscross? Well, in this case, this story, let's take a look how it goes here, okay? Let's see if we can figure it out from the pictures, because we can't. He gets caught, okay? Jose, come with us here. The principal gives him a consequence and says he needs to go work on that site to help out. It's at a community center where they're building. If we turn the page, we see him. Turn the page one more to this one. We see him having pain in his hands. He feels bad, he's feeling pain. but he's doing this work to pay back for what he destroyed. Okay? You see him on the next page where he's angry about it. All right? And I'm just telling you this is what's in the story. Okay? But after a while, we see, what do you see him there in this page here? What's his face look like now?
Happy.
He looks happy.
Because you see other children.
Right. So other kids are helping him. So he's getting some good benefit out of this. If we're listening to ourselves and feeling how he's feeling, which is to have empathy, we can see that he's learning from his mistakes and getting some good benefits out of this job that he's doing. Okay? Now look at him on this page. How is he behaving in school? Yeah, because he's helping put books back on the shelf. He's taking care of things. And that helps him as he goes along. So let's take a couple of looks here, a couple different things. There are a few questions you can ask yourselves. The first one is, how are other characters treating him? I mean, nobody likes to get in trouble, but was he treated fairly if he destroyed something
Yeah.
that he should help out to fix something? Yeah, so he's being treated fairly. So that's one question we can ask ourselves. The next question we can ask is, what has he done? Sorry. In the story, what has he done? What did he do? Just a little synopsis of what happened in the story. What happened in order? First thing,
First thing he do,
graffiti. Second thing, got busted. Third thing,
he got work.
consequences. Fourth thing, what happened after that?
He got bricks.
He felt better. Okay? So you can feel what he's trying to feel, or try to feel what he's feeling by looking to feel empathy for that character. While you're doing that, do you feel like you have, let's look at this kid's name. Can we find his name real quick? Okay, I found it. It's Alec. Okay? So how do you feel about Alec? What do you think? How do you feel about it? What is it? If you were in that position, that's another thing you can look at. Is that what if you were in that position? Okay, you had another kiddo that did it? Okay. Well, if you have empathy, if you don't have empathy, maybe you'll laugh at their misfortune, right? But if you do have empathy, you're going to feel what they feel and feel bad for them. Okay? Does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so when you're reading, that's a strategy you can use to better understand. Okay. All right, that's it. Thank you, guys. All right, real quick, guys, we're going to go over some things. I want you to look first, and then I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. So open it up. Take a look. Come this one here. Come in a little bit. That one and that one. Okay, so I want you to tell me what you see. All right? Actually, look for a moment. Take a minute. I'm going to give you 1 minute to look in the book and look through all the pictures, okay? Tell me what you see. Okay, see if you can find the characters. I see characters on the front. Okay. Can you sit up? Crisscross, please. And then close the book when you're done and you're ready. You ready? So it's just falling asleep here.
I'm falling asleep.
You falling asleep? Well, I have my coffee.
Ooh.
So I'm helping tell you stay awake.
I can't drink coffee. I get hyper. Not
You get hyper? I don't know that I've ever seen you hyper.
I drink coffee.
Yeah?
I was in Starbucks. You don't even want to.
I might actually want to see that.
In Starbucks, I can get the pink tree.
Nice. Okay, so you two boys looking through the book there? Did you get a chance to look at the characters?
Are you going to Starbucks? Are you going to Starbucks?
I do go to Starbucks.
What do you get?
I'm just sitting and shaking.
What
Yeah?
do you get?
I usually get a
Iced
a
coffee?
mocha.
Iced coffee?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Okay, so are we ready? Can we start?
Yes.
All right, so you had a chance to look at the story. The book is called... All right, but we do have to start because you are looking rather slowly. Okay. Let's go ahead and start. Here's the thing: you're going to get more chances to look at it. We're not just going to look at it for that moment. We're just going to start going over what I want to go over. Okay. The book is called Not From Around Here. All right, so can we take a look? What do you see at the characters on the front?
The family. The
Brandon,
mom,
what do you
dad,
see?
the two boys.
Brandon sees a family. Jasmine, what do you see?
The gay, the boy, and the mom and the
The
dad.
girl and the boy and the mom and the dad. Toaster, what do you see?
I see gloves and teeth.
Gloves. So what do you think about if they're having gloves on? What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Isaiah, what do you think?
Truck.
You see, what do you see?
Truck.
Oh yeah, that's a truck, right. So the title's called Not From Around Here. You see a truck of people wearing gloves. What can we think about the characters if it's called Not From Around Here and we see a truck and a family with gloves on? What do you think they might be doing?
They're like weird.
Building a house?
They like don't know where to go.
They don't know where to go,
And other
Isaiah?
people think they're weird.
You think people think they're weird?
I
Do you
know.
think they're weird?
Yeah, because they have gloves.
They have gloves on.
Yeah,
Well, maybe they have gloves on for a reason.
Maybe they're confused.
What reasons can we think of that they might have gloves on?
Oh, because what happened, the truck said, oh, the guy want to help me, they got bugged.
Okay. Isaiah, what's that? There's going to be another video that posts in just about a minute, so go back to the classroom. Okay? All right, so here's what we're going to do. First thing we did, we're looking at the characters, okay? The characters tell us, when we're looking at the pictures, little details about the story. If we take the pictures and put them together with the title of the book, we might find out some information. So I haven't read this book. Has anybody read this book? No? Here's what I see, okay? I see a family, I see gloves, and then I see a truck that Isaiah noticed. What I think is they're probably moving in. Did you ever see somebody move into a house? Or did you ever move into a new house? I know you two have. Have you moved into a new house ever, Isaac?
No.
No? It was the same one? Have you ever moved into a new house? Okay. Well, you've seen people move in near you, probably, right? You never saw that? Okay. Well, sometimes people move.
My cousin,
Your cousin moved? Okay, where did they move to?
by my house and by
By
the
your
liquor
house.
store.
Oh, by the liquor store. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. What we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to look at the pictures, okay? What I have here, it says look at the characters. We know that the characters are probably a family, right? Because of the front of the book. When you look through the book, though, what else did you see? Did you see any other experiences? Take a look. What else do we see? Let's go. I told you you'd be able to go back to the book. Go through there and show me what you see.
I saw a boy.
Okay, you see a boy. Do you see his name?
I saw a boy.
Liz.
I saw
Luis, right. So let's go to that page. What Toaster, what page is that?
2.
2? Page 2?
13. Peach.
All right, what do we see in the back of that picture there? What do we see? Luis is sitting on a
Green.
swing. What's in the picture behind him?
So house.
A sold house. So could that be whoever's living there sold their
That's
house
a
and they're
tree
moving?
house.
You think it's a tree house?
This one, this tree.
If you're bored with a book or you're not quite being able to pay attention to it, one of the things you can do is take a look at the characters and try to figure out what are they doing. Okay, let's do another one here. Let's pick one more character.
This
Somebody help me with another one? Okay. Jasmine, what do you see that character doing?
if he falls from the bike,
Right, so that character, and you take notes of it.
takes
They're riding a bike, right? Okay, but then what happens while they're riding the bike?
he falls.
He's falling off, okay?
Look at the one
Ride a bike, body.
He's moving the boxes.
Okay, so okay, we'll do your character in a moment and then we'll take a break. Your character that's falling off the bike, how do you think they're going to feel?
Sad.
Yeah, so we know at some time probably that character in the story is going to feel bad because they fell off a bike. That looks like it's going to hurt. It says bicycle, handlebars, helmet. It's good that he's wearing the helmet, but there's the wheel and then the sidewalk's coming up pretty fast. And what happens after that? He's going to hit his head. It's going to hurt. So we know at some point that character, and that does look like Luis, doesn't it?
Or he can get scratched.
There's Luis's mom, Luis.
He have a thumbnail.
He's probably going to get scratched. Okay, let's do one more character and see how they feel.
Or this.
Okay, you go ahead, Jasmine. What character is it? What do they look like?
A boy carrying a box.
Okay. So there's another question we can ask
I'm
ourselves.
that one.
It's what are they
That
saying?
was mine.
Okay.
Dog food.
Is that character saying anything?
No.
We may have to read the book for that because these don't have little captions for us. But if we can ask ourselves what the character is saying, that way we can pay better attention to the book. Yeah, because you know what they're doing and then you know what they're saying.
Saying hi?
They could be saying hi,
Nice
or in
bye.
this case, it could be saying
They,
bye.
they saying bye to the. They saying hi to the box.
Hi to the box, or maybe hi to their new house or their new neighbors. Brandon's got one here that is spying, right? Okay.
I know.
All right. So, what are the two questions you can ask to pay attention to the characters? What do we go over here? We're looking at the characters.
What are
they doing?
doing?
Okay, and then
Ride
also-
a bike fell
Yeah,
off.
falling off. So we know that character felt that. Also, get to what you need to be on, sir. You want some help? You go to Wonders.
For lunch.
Can you find your to-do list? Okay. Listen to read. Okay. Turn the page. One more. There you go.
Crystal and Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
After like end of the day, can you watch YouTube?
Maybe we can, maybe after lunch for a few minutes.
The people that I see.